I can repeat the same story again. Udarendriyana, the Indriyas, the different parts of the body, because they are working hard, and the stomach within the abdomen is simply eating. So they went on strike. We shall never work. This part is only simply, this man is simply eating, and we shall not work. They stopped work. The Indriyas, they stopped work. So gradually they became weak. So when next meeting they saw that we have become weak, therefore again decided that let us supply food to the stomach. This is sense. So this godless society, this ascetic society, really, which has forgotten that we have to serve Krishna, that is called dharmasagrani. When the society forgets Krishna and stops Krishna's service, that is called dharmasagrani. Real dharma means the characteristic. Dharma does not mean some rules and regulations. So, just like sugar, the characteristic of sugar is to become sweet. The characteristic of chili means to become hot. If sugar becomes hot and chili becomes sweet, then nobody cares for it. Similarly, our characteristic is to serve Krishna. And when we serve anything other than Krishna, that is our disease condition of life. Just like this hand is meant for picking up something eatable and put it into the mouth. If it is unable to do it, then it is diseased. If the fingers and hand cannot pick up nice food stuff and put into the mouth, then it is diseased condition. Similarly, when we are unable to serve Krishna or we do not serve Krishna, serving we are, that's the fact. We cannot become master. Nobody, can anyone say that his master is not serving anyone? Everyone is serving, that's a fact. Either you are serving your family, or society, or country, or office, or so many services. If anyone hasn't got to serve anything, then he picks up a master, a cat and dog, and serves it. Because service is my nature. But we are missing where to put the service. That is Krishna. That is Krishna. So when we understand that we are missing, we are serving, but we are having no pleasure. Kamadinan kutitha na kutitha parlita dunnidis. We are serving, instead of serving Krishna, I am serving my lusty desires. Kamalovad. If I go to serve any office, I am not going to serve that particular person, proprietor of the office, but I require some money, therefore I am serving. So I am serving the money, not the person. Therefore it says, Kama Lova. We serve the service must be. Krishna is the master. Ekala Ishwar Krishna Harsha Bhrita. Only master is Krishna. And anyone, or demigods, or man, or animal, or trees, or anything, they are all servants. This is the position. And when one realizes this position, that I am eternal servant of Krishna, part and parcel of Krishna, my duty is to serve Krishna, then it is called self-realization. Not that aham brahmasmi, I become Bhagavan. How you can become Bhagavan? If you are Bhagavan, if you are actually the Supreme Powerful, then why you are in miserable condition under Maya? Does Bhagavan comes under Maya? No. Krishna says, Mama Maya. Maya is the next servant of Krishna. And we are servant of Maya. So how we can become Maya? Bhagavan. This is common sense. Had I been Bhagavan, then why I become servant of Maya? Therefore, we are engaged in the service of Maya in so many phases and different names. Somebody serving country, somebody serving society, somebody serving family, office, this, and so many. This is Maya's service. Now, when you come to our senses, that I am so long I was engaged in Maya's service, now I have to engage myself in Krishna's service. That is self-realization. That is described here. Jnana Vairagya Jukti. Jnana Vairagya. This is knowledge that I am servant of Krishna. I am nobody's servant. This is Jnana. Because I am in illusion, I am for nothing, without any benefit. I am serving so many kamadina, kutidana, kutidha, palita, dunnidesha, kamalobha. I am serving this kam, lobha, moha, matsarya, but without any benefit, without any pleasure. So when we come to this stage to know, that is called jnana. And as soon as you become jnani, actually, in knowledge, then what is the next stage? Vairagya. No more I am serving anyone. I shall serve only Krishna. That's all. This is called Vairagya. Jnana, Vairagya. Therefore, in the Bhagavad it is said, Vasudevi Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayajita Janayati Asu Vairagyam Jnanancha Hitakam. If one is engaged in the service of Vasudeva, Krishna, this knowledge also comes, as it is stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Bahnam janmanamante jnanavan mang prabhaddhati. After many, many births, if one is actually jnani, seeking after knowledge, then he comes to this conclusion. What is this? Vasudeva sarvamiti. Sa Mahatma Sutta. This is Mahatma. No, anyone who is defying Krishna and is trying to become Krishna, he is not Mahatma, he is Duratma. Mahatma means Vasudeva Sarvamiti, and knowing this, Mang Prabhaddhate. That is Mahatma. Don't mistake Mahatma. Who is Mahatma? What is the symptom of Mahatma? Mahatma nastaman partha devi prakriti mahasita bhajanti anannamana. So, yatta bhuta adimabhayam. He is Mahatma. He cannot manufacture Mahatma. This is the qualification of Mahatma. Vasudeva Sarvamiti, who knows that Krishna is everything. Krishnastu Bhagavan Sam. He is Mahatma. And his business is Mahatma Nistamang Partha. He is under the Devi Prakriti. There are two kinds of Prakritis. Para Prakriti and Apara Prakriti. Apara Prakriti means this material world. And Devi Prakriti is the spiritual world. So immediately, as soon as he understands this philosophy of life, that I am uselessly serving this material world or the society, friendship, country, and so on, without serving Krishna, that is called jnana, knowledge. And as soon as one comes to this knowledge, that position is called Brahma Bhuta station, Brahma realization. That is stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. Na Suchati Nakandati. As soon as one comes to this platform of knowledge, then he becomes Prasannatma. Oh, why I am serving this nonsense? I forgot that I am spirit, soul, minute particle of Krishna. My business is to serve Krishna. This like I have already explained. Part and parcel means serving the whole. That is called part and parcel. Any example you can take in office, there are so many workers, but they are working for satisfaction of the whole. Similarly, the whole is Krishna. Anything, we individually or anything, they are meant for Krishna's satisfaction. Ishavassamidam sarvam, Upanishad. Ishavassamidam sarvam. Anyone who has understood that everything belongs to Krishna, Isha. Isha means Krishna. Isha or Ishara. There are so many Isharas or Isha. But Ishara, real Ishara is Krishna. Ishara Parama Krishna. And Krishna also says in the Bhagavad Gita, Matta Parataram Nanna. There are many Isharas or Ishas. That is all right. But nobody is greater than me. That is Krishna. Krishnasya Bhagavan Saha. So this is Gyan. So as soon as one comes to this conclusion, that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I am Krishna's part and parcel, I have got the same quality as Krishna has got, but he is Prabhu, I am servant. He is master and I am servant. This is perfect knowledge. Then Jnana Vairagya Yuktena, Bhakti Yuktena. So bhakti means when one has attained real jnana. Without real jnana, nobody can become bhakta. The foolish person says that bhakti is meant for jnana, less intelligent. No. Bhakti is meant for the most intelligent person. Because Bahunam Janmananante Jnanavan Man Prabhupada. You become experienced, very, very experienced after many, many years. See, it is not many, many years, but many, many births. One actually becomes Jnani. And what is that Jnana? Vasudeva Sarvamiti. That is Jnana. So long you cannot understand Krishna or Vasudeva, you should understand yourself that you are still fool. You may advertise yourself as very jnani, but you are fool. That is the Shastric conclusion. Because if you are actually jnani, then you should have surrendered to Krishna. That is also stated in another place in the book. Maya apurita jnana. Namana duskitanam mula prabodante naradhama maya apurita jnana asuri bhavamasita. Who does not surrender to Krishna? These classes are made. What is that? Duskritin. Always acting sinful activities. Because those who are sinful, they cannot understand Krishna. Donam janmanamante. Or jesam antagatam papam. One who is completely free from papa. He can surrender to Krishna. He can be engaged in devotional service. So to become free from papa, sinful life, one may say that it will take many years. Because jesam antagatam papam jananam punya karmana. Unless we act piously, it is not possible to become free from impious or sinful life. But there is very simple process. What is that process? Krishna says that process. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam saranam bhaja aham tva sarva papi bhavo. Aham tva sarvabhareva mokshayami. If you simply surrender to Krishna, sarva dharma, there are many dharmas or many activities or function. Some of them are pious, some of them are impious. There are two kinds. The Krishna says you give up pious and impious, both. That is sarva dharma. Because we are acting piously or impiously. So you can give up both pious activities and impious activities. Just like Arjuna. Arjuna was thinking that fighting with my brother, it is impious. So Krishna was insisting that you must fight. So how Arjuna could take impious activities? Because Krishna's service is above these pious and impious activities. That is called Sarva Dharman Parityajya. This is the gopis went to Krishna at midnight by simply hearing the flute of Krishna. So, young girl going to Krishna at midnight, this is impious activities. According to Shastra, according to moral, it is impious activity. But because it was done for Krishna, it is understood as the most pious. Who recommends Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that Rammakati Upasana Brajavadho Varga Bija Kalpita. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as sannyasi, was very, very strict. No woman could come near him to offer respect. He was very strict about women. And now he is saying, Ramma Kachid Upasana Brajavadhu Varga Bija Kalpida. What can be more wonderful process of worship that as it was conceived by the gopis, the 6 Goswamis also. Gopi bhavarasam mritadhilahari kallol magano maho bandi rupa sanatana lagajugo srijiva gopalako. So although it looks apparently that gopis went to Krishna to dance with him, that is not very moral, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recommends that is the highest method of worshipping Krishna. So this requires jnana. Therefore, this is called transcendental knowledge. How serving Krishna one becomes transcendental to all these pious and impious activities. That requires knowledge. Mahanchabhya vicharini bhakti yogina jase sagunan samatitayitana brahma bhuyakal. Pious and impious, piety and impiety, they are within these material gunas, qualities, good and bad. And Krishna's service is transcendent, above good and bad. So that is called real knowledge, and if one is fortunate enough to understand this knowledge, then immediately he becomes detached to this material pious and impious activities. Bhakti parishanubhava virakti annatrasya. That is called vairagya. Jnana vairagya. Bhakti. Yuktena. Without bhakti there cannot be jnana and vairagya. Actually, the human life is meant for jnana and vairagya. For two things. Otherwise we remain animal. The animal cannot attain any jnana, neither animal can attain any vairagya. That is animal qualification. But a human being, he has the opportunity to come to the stage of jnana and vairagya. Jnana means to understand that I am not this material body, I do not belong to this material body, I am spirit soul, I am part and parcel of Krishna, Krishna is the supreme spirit, and I belong to the spiritual world. Therefore, my business is to face this material world business and go back to home, back to body. This is the knowledge. Therefore, we have to understand Krishna. If we have to go somewhere, we must know where we are going. And because we are serving here. Now another program has to be made to serve Krishna and live there in the spiritual world. So we have to understand Krishna very nicely. And if you can understand Krishna, janma karma me jidvam, jo janati tattva. To understand Krishna in truth, that is not very easy task. That is very, very difficult task. Even the muktas cannot understand Krishna. Manusyanam sahasreshu kaschid jatati siddha. Siddhi means mukti, liberation. Kaschid jatati. We is trying for liberation. Nobody is trying. But still, there are somebody who are trying for liberation. So Krishna says, Jatakamapi siddhana. After being liberated, those who are trying to understand Krishna, some of them can understand Krishna in true tattva. Therefore we have to understand Krishna tattva. What is Krishna? So if you can understand Krishna, janma karma me dibbam, Krishna says that if you can understand me, how I come here, how I play the part of a human being and teach the whole world, Bhagavad Gita, what is my mission, why I come, everything, where is my residence, what is my father's name. People are searching after God, and God is canvassing. Please understand me, here I am. But people do not understand. What God will help you? How can He help you? He says everything. I come from my Vaikuntha or spiritual world. Yada yada hi dharma sajnani bhavati bharata tadatmanam sijamaham. At that time I come. And I teach. And what do I teach? Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sarvam. This is dharma. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat prametam. Dharma means the law given by God. That is dharma. You cannot make Hindu dharma, just like you cannot make any law. This is, suppose the government is there. You cannot say that we Hindus, we have made this law. We Muslims, we have made this law. We Parsis, we have made this law. No. What law is given by the government, you have to accept. Either you are Hindu, Muslim or Christian, and it doesn't matter. Therefore, dharma means to accept the law of God. Not that you manufacture something. Therefore, in the Bhagavad it is said, dharma projita koita bhakta. All cheating time of dharma is rejected, kicked out. Because real dharma is what is given by God. And what God says, sarva dharman parityajya mamekam. This is real dharma. This is the real dharma. So, we have to learn this. What Krishna says. We have to understand Krishna by tattva, by truth. Then we become liberated. That is called Gyan, Vairagya. And as soon as you become learned scholar about Krishna, then you become immediately detached to this material world. And Jnana Vairagya Yuktena, Bhakti Yuktena. Then real bhakti begins. That is also confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. Brahma bhuta prasannatma nasochati nakankhati samas sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhakti lavate para. Bhakti begins there where Jnana Vairagya is complete. Not that foolish person, but one can say that in your society there are not many very learned scholars. No, there are learned scholars, but even there are poor. Just like the children. The child, he also chants and dances. So, there, he will attain this Jnana and Vairagya. The other day I was asking the boy, he's not very learned scholar. So I asked him, what is Krishna? He immediately said, the Supreme Personality of God. That is Jnana Vairagya result. Bhavanam Janmanamante Jnanavanam Prabuddhati. He has already got the knowledge. What you have to learn it. Now after many, many births, a child, a boy has already learned. Where is the boy? he says the Supreme Personality of God. Then what is that? Similarly, instead of endeavoring Jnana and Vairagya artificially, you accept what Krishna says. Immediately becomes Jnana and Vairagya. Immediately. Though our Krishna consciousness movement is so nice that even a child can be on the highest position of Jnana and Vairagya. If he takes the word of Krishna by association, good association, Sangat Sanjayate Kama. So this Krishna consciousness movement is meant for giving chance to people to take the advantage of association of Jnani and Vairagya. Not fools and rascals, but Jnani and Vairagya. Jnana Vairagya Juktaya. Bhakti Juktena, Jnatmana. Then what is there? Paripashyati Udasinam Prakhiting Prakhitincha Hatodasam. Now Prakriti has no more any influence. No more attraction for cinema. No more attraction for cigarette. You see practically. These are young men from Europe and America. Because they have taken to Krishna consciousness, there are no more any attraction for meat eating, cigarette or cinema. No. This is called Vairagya. How they attain this Vairagya? Only for this Bhakti Jukti. So the real purpose of life is to attain Jnana and Vairagya. This is meant for human life, because we are suffering in this material condition on account of ignorance, no Jnana. I am not this body, but I am thinking I am this body. I am American. I am not actually so. I am thinking I am American. I am in Pakistani. I am Hindustani. I am fighting. This whole world is going on this of Jnana. Because I am not this body, but the whole world is being conducted. We are Jnana. And there is no Vairagya, very much attached. The so-called family, society, love, and everything will be finished as soon as this body is finished. No more love, no more family, no more attraction. So this is going on. A gap and attachment, moho, illusion. Atat griha kshetra sutat vitti janasya mohoyam aham mameti. So this aham mameti, this is ajna. So when one is jnani, then this influence of material nature, aham mameti, will be reduced to me. That is the same. Prakritincha hutojasa. Now no more Prakriti can disillusion me. That I am this body, and in bodily relation everything is mine. This ajnana, ignorance, is immediately mitigated and it becomes free. Brahma-bhuta prasannatma. I do not belong to all these things, so I am falsely inclined to all these things. So it will come. How? This Bhakti Juktena. If you take to Bhakti Yoga, these things are good. Vasudevi Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayajata Janayati Yasu Vairagyam Jnanancha Ahita. How to become so powerful Jnani? It is very difficult to understand. How a small boy and he is saying Krishna, the Supreme Personality. Not only he, even a small child. There is another a small child, only 5 years old. He goes to preach. You know what is Krishna? And somebody says, no, I do not. The Supreme Personality. Anyway, she has not. That is God. But that is the fact. I may not know to analyze what is fire, but my father has said this is fire, don't touch it, it will burn. So that's all right, he may be child, but he has got the real knowledge. Similarly, by hearing process, Sota parampara, evam parampara pratamam rajan sayavi. If you go to the process of disciplic succession, hearing from the authorities, You may be fool, I may be fool, but because I am hearing from the authority, my knowledge is perfect. My knowledge is perfect. Just like I may be imperfect. I don't say that I am perfect, but I am speaking to the whole world. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. The same thing. As the child says to the boy, says, I am also saying the same thing. But it is becoming effective because this is the fact. This is the fact. I don't make any miracles or create any gold or this or that. No, these boys and girls, they are captivated to me not by miracles, but by chanting Hare Krishna. Because this is the fact. So, Krishna consciousness is not very difficult thing. You try to understand Krishna, janma karma me dibbam, jo janati tatthata, tatta deham punarjanma naiti. This will be the effect. If you simply try to understand Krishna by this Krishna consciousness movement, you can understand by chanting only Hare Krishna mantra. But if you think yourself that you are very learned scholar, scientist and philosopher, you have got dozens of books like this you have read. And try to understand Krishna. Simply by understanding Krishna, you will be successful in your life. Thank you very much.
Yeah.